Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. We did a little brown conditioner rinse, moving towards fall vibes. How is everybody? Good morning. Who is calling me? Dave, can you not hear me? Hold on, let's see what's happening. What's up, babe?
I didn't put Wi-Fi on.
Oh, okay, well, I'm already live. I think we're good. Can you all hear me, see me clearly? We have regular Wi-Fi. I think we're good, babe. What do you think? Should I go with it?
I don't know what happened to it.
That's all right, honey. You're great. You're great. We're good. All right, bye. Love you. Bye. All right. Dave sets everything up for me in the morning, and he's like, I forgot to turn on the hardwire Wi-Fi, but I think we're good. I have full bars. How can you hear me all right? I think we're good. I think we're just gonna leave it instead of trying to mess with anything. Let's do that. Did you have a nice weekend? Allison, bonjour, bonjour. The start of another beautiful week. Here we go. Elisa, bonjour. Daphne, bonjour. Good morning. Thank you, Elisa. Joyeux anniversaire to Dominique. I already sung him happy birthday. He hasn't gotten that yet. We'll see him around 10 o'clock probably. Francoise, thank you for thinking of that, Lisa. So sweet. Brenda, Elaine, good morning. Bonjour, bonjour. Lily, Ilona, Zaika. You can hear me, see me. Okay, good. Perfect. I'm glad you can join us, Zaika. You're working from home. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Love that flexibility. COVID was so good in so many ways. Gifts, they're always gifts, right? Gifts and everything. All right, let us lean in together. How are we all feeling? I have an announcement today when we're done about a little extension integration we're going to be taking at the end of the month. So reminding, I'm saying it to remind myself, and if I don't remember, please remind me before I go today. Where are we? We ended on lesson 35, right? My mind is a part of God's, and I am very holy. Yes, that was our last one, right? Lesson 35. Today we're on 36. Okay. So, celebrations. If anybody wants to share a celebration in the chat, let's do that. Also, let's just completely melt into intention. Feeling. Are you beginning to feel, or are you moving through, or have you already been feeling? And sometimes it comes in waves, sometimes it stays for a little while longer. And then in my experience, they're just the foundation from which you think really does begin to change. More often than not, maybe finding yourself repeating the lessons from the day, connecting with your femme types, feeling where am I right now? Am I allowing myself to move through my indie, my Frenchie, my New Yorker? Am I in full New Yorker? Again, without a push, without a force, without a push, without a push. I love it. Without a push. And without feeling like there's anything wrong or that you're trying to do something right. There is a difference in the motivation, and we've talked about this a little bit before, the motivation that comes from the space of void, trying to fix, the not enoughness, versus the awareness of a refining as we walk through the world. That's a much different energy. The awareness that we are whole and complete, and the refinement of how am I showing up? How am I choosing to show up, enjoy, and experience the reflection of my wholeness? The things that I'm paying attention to, the things that I'm saying, the things that I'm choosing to see, all residing in, beginning with, ending with what it is that's occurring in our awareness of our minds. Yeah? And you're here. Good morning. I found a mint green scarf in my drawer. Haven't worn yet, and I'm loving it. Oh, how beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Good morning, Jennifer. All right, beauties. Father, Mother, God, Lord of all creation, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the joys and all the seemingly challenges of our lives, the part of the human experience that feels like such a stretch. We ask that as we continue to unfold into the truth, that we feel the courage, we feel the absolute truth in the recognition of what it is we are choosing, what it is we are choosing to see, and how we are allowing ourselves to choose to receive. Stepping into, embodying, embracing, experiencing, and residing in our power. Feeling the lightness, the freedom, the beauty, the expansion, the expression, and the extension of love that's available in everyone and with everyone we see through the eyes of truth. With everyone and everything that we see through the eyes of truth. May this week of Chic 365, as we continue to unfold into ACIM, be filled with joy, celebration, recognition, easiness, peace, and sensuality. This or something even better for the highest good of all concerned. Amen. Amen. We had the most gorgeous day on Friday. We had our Tara Paris little mini fashion show. Some of you were there. It was the funnest thing I've done in a long time. So fun to stand and talk about fashion for an hour. And we opened up Sensually Authentic. So if you bought a Tara Paris piece, you invested in that for yourself, or you're joining us in Sensually Authentic, make sure you let me know so I can celebrate you and love on you and all the things. All right. Lesson 35. My mind is a part of God's. I am very holy. I am very holy. Moving into lesson 36. My holiness envelops everything I see. Today's idea extends the idea for yesterday, from Friday, from the perceiver to the perceived. You are holy because your mind is a part of God's. My mind is a part of God's. My mind is a part of God's, and I am holy. My mind is a part of God's. Feel that. Can you feel that? When you allow yourself to get really quiet and still and let go of this physical world reality, can you feel the oneness of your mind with God's? It's really beautiful, really beautiful. And because you are holy, your sight must be holy as well. Okay, we're there with that. All right. Now, right now, the course is going to bring up something that I know for myself when I first picked up the course, and that I've heard from a lot of women, like, what are you talking about? This feels strange. I like it. I'm not sure I understand it. So as I continue to read this part, just breathe into how you receive it. Based on your upbringing, based on any kind of experience, history you have with religion, the idea may seem in some ways very foreign, and in other ways seeded or pitted, I even want to say, with old ideas and illusions. So if we can be open to a new interpretation, even a new sensual relationship, without what I'm going to begin to read again, sensuality inside of Elegant Femme, meaning living life awake and engaged. So when we talk about inside of Elegant Femme, having a sensual relationship with everything in life, we're talking about having an awake and engaged relationship with everything in life. So when I read this next part, be open to a more intimate relationship with the context. And again, not to make it overly intellectual, just the feeling of not overly attaching to perhaps what you've thought in the past. Can we do that together? Consider it together? I have a little line in my forehead. All right. Sinless. Sinless means without sin. You cannot be without sin a little. You are sinless or not. If your mind is part of God's, you must be sinless. Or a part of his mind would be sinful, or a part of God's mind would be sinful. If you are a part of God's mind, if you are sinful, that would mean a part of God's mind is sinful. Your sight is related to his holiness, not to your ego, and therefore not to your body. Okay, let me just pause. Let's breathe. I'm going to put my iced coffee down. Let's breathe about this. The Course is going to explain, well, that's not really true. The Course is going to talk more, explain a little, but in different ways, in that it's not going to explain through the intellect. It's going to gently, softly continue to unravel through the lessons. So today is a really gorgeous opportunity to consider not needing to understand and really trust in that free fall, that as you move through the practice sessions and allow the fullness of them, that things will begin to shift inside of you without your concerted effort, without you needing to understand, without you needing to make sense of. One thing I really want to say, because this is where, in my experience, personally, and talking to other women, something can get really stuck in the idea, in the false idea that is the Course saying this means that there are no mistakes, that no one has ever. It's tricky because the language. Let me see how spirit. Let me pause for a minute. The Course is not condoning. Let's utilize the word error or mistakes. That being said, the Course is sharing that the opportunity to unravel, to let go of the idea of sin, in that sin being something that is completely irreversible, that the unraveling of guilt is a core component. So I think I'll just leave it there. Everyone will have, excuse me, everyone will have their own experience of this. So let's just trust that and move through the exercise. And I'll see if I'm called to share more specifically. 4 3 to 5 minute practice periods are required for today. So we're up in the ante a little bit. Now, if a piece of you is like, oh my gosh, are we going to be at one point in the Course meditating for like 8 hours? No. Okay, no. In fact, it doesn't stack like that. Each lesson, sometimes it's less in the future. Okay, so if you're just, again, it doesn't matter because you're going to want to. You're going to want to anyways. It's going to feel so good. You're like, I could actually do that. I could actually sit and be in this space for 8 hours. Please give it to me. Because ultimately you're living this way, right? So just an awareness there. 4 3 to 5 minute practice periods are required for today. Try to distribute them fairly evenly and make the shorter applications frequently. So 4 longer practice periods, and then the frequent practice periods, recalling, living into reminder of the overall lesson frequently throughout the day. To protect your protection throughout the day, the longer practice period should take this form. First, close your eyes and repeat the idea for today several times slowly. My holiness envelops everything I see. How beautiful is this, by the way? My holiness envelops everything I see. It can be very tempting to get stuck on some language of the Course, like, what do you mean sinless? What does that mean? What does that mean? What do we say? Instead of just pour yourself into the practice period. My holiness envelops everything I see. How beautiful is that? Really? Can you feel the essence and the frequency of that and the intimacy in the relationship that starts to form? The sensuality in the relationship that starts to form when you see the world this way? Then open your eyes and look quite slowly about you, applying the ideas specifically to whatever you note in your casual survey. Say, for example, my holiness envelops that rug. My holiness envelops that wall. My holiness envelops these fingers. My holiness envelops that chair. My holiness envelops that body. My holiness envelops this pen. Several times during these practice periods, close your eyes and repeat the idea to yourself. My holiness envelops everything I see. Then open your eyes and continue as before. Okay, so 3 to 5 minutes. You're going to begin by closing your eyes, saying, my holiness envelops everything I see. My holiness envelops everything I see. And then as you feel called, open your eyes and move through what it is you see, noting specifically what your holiness is enveloping. And then closing your eyes. My holiness envelops everything I see. Closing your eyes for a few seconds, and then opening and continuing for a practice period of about 3 to 5 minutes. And you'll do that 4 times today. For the shorter exercise periods, close your eyes and repeat the idea. Look about you as you repeat it again, and conclude with one more repetition with your eyes closed. All applications should, of course, be made quite slowly, as effortlessly and unhurriedly as possible. All right, beauties. How are we feeling about today? Let us see. So fun. Okay. So difficult to let go of the intellect. It can be. It can be. And yet, needing to justify more than needing to understand. Does this make sense? Is that, by the way, Katrina, I love seeing you here. Is that how you're relating to it inside of yourself? Let me know how that's showing up for you. Seeing our unity with God as opposed to separation, 100%. If for the day's homework, it says to do 4, but I forgot to do 1, do I need to stay on that lesson the next day and do it fully? Kareem, let me know. I love names and I love to say them correctly. Well, it's completely up to you. I would say that the Course isn't attached to perfection. I feel the choice to stay on a lesson or move on is completely based on your own inner knowing and feeling inside. If we can let go of the right or the wrong, or the did I do it perfectly, and ask ourselves, do I feel called to move into the next lesson? The only thing the Course is really specific about is not moving through more than one lesson in a day, right? Not like, oh, we're on day 35. Let me do days 30 through 33 real quick so I can, that's not the intention. You can stay on one lesson as long as you want. I would just invite you to be aware inside, is it because I'm trying to do it perfectly? Or do I feel ready? Was I heartfelt in my application yesterday? When we begin to change the idea of, am I doing it right? Did I pass kind of mentality like we're used to in school? Am I okay? Did I pass? Did I do it well enough? Did I do it perfect? And we sit with ourselves and we really ask, like, there are some lessons that I can just feel in my body. Like, I want to stay here for a little bit. Like, I just love this. I just love it. I love it. I love it. And it's not a question really the same way that we ask in the physical of, am I ready or am I not ready? It's, am I called? It's not good or a bad. I'm good. I get the A, right? We talked about this inside of Power Sensuality Day 3. I get the gold star. I'm moving ahead. It's not that energy. It's really like, am I called? So I would invite you to just ask yourself inside, see how it feels for you, trust yourself completely, and you'll know. You'll know. That's my best answer to this. Getting stuck on old language. Yes. Yes. I find it difficult not to have to explain and justify my outer reality with logic. I still find it difficult not to have to explain and justify. Why would you have to explain and justify your outer reality with logic? I'm just seeing if I'm missing. Yes, I still find it difficult not to have to explain and justify my outer reality. You're the best, Katrina. You're the best. Beats me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I think there's something else in here, and I'm just seeing if there's any awareness or space. Let's see, that might be of service. I would consider any kind of attachment or attraction to justification in any way is a gorgeous opportunity, like from the conversation inside of Elegant Femme, which I know you're very, very, very familiar with, is to really have a beautiful conversation with your indie around, first of all, I know you've been through the layers, so you might actually really slow down in your indie and say, is there a particular layer that's up for me right now that is providing a huge reservoir of flow, of energy, of expansion, of expression, and maybe I'm stuck in that layer a little bit? That would be the first thing I would say to you, because you know where to go with that. I would encourage you to really close your eyes and really commune with your indie around, where inside may I be withholding my own power, waiting for or buying into the illusion that I need to justify in any way, internally, externally, because it's all the same, really. There's no outer world and inner world. It's really the same, really. To me, what's coming forward, and I know you quite well and I love you to pieces, is perhaps a withholding of power in some way that's really wanting to support you, like a floodgate kind of feeling in the best way, like here we come, and perhaps a piece that's trying to justify that that's okay. But I don't know without going any deeper. So I'm sending you so much love. Let me know if that resonates. Okay, Elisa, yes, just allowing yourself to be in the experience of 100%. Yes. Katrina, maybe this is a legacy of university-based work. Logic is so prized in that context, I find. Could be. Katrina, got it. Merci. I'm hopping over to the layers. And if you're going to, immerse yourself in the layers, I would, before you even go there, just actually sit with your indie for a few minutes and ask which layer. So before you look at them and even let your head go, oh yeah, or the logic, like it's probably that, I would close your eyes and ask and let it be revealed to you. And that could be a beautiful stepping stone in that for you. Could be. Let me know if that serves. All right, beauties, I think we're complete for today. Oh. All right, we good? Yeah, it's really beautiful. I love to see you all supporting each other. All right, so with this, we are going to move into day 37 tomorrow. Enjoy today. My holiness envelops everything. Everything. We are going to have an extended, and I'll repeat this more than once, and we will send an email and we will put notes inside of the YouTubes. But for those of you that are here, and yes, this is what I'm about to announce. Those of you that are here and would like to note this for yourself, that's what I'm doing. I'm giving to you a little bit in advance, so you have it. We are going to have an extended integration period from August 27th until, or through, I should say, September 3rd. So we will be coming back together on September 4th. Again, we're meeting daily until our last day. Before the integration period, the extended integration period will be August 26th, will be our last time before the integration period. And then we'll be taking the extension from August 27th through September 3rd. We'll come back together on September 4th. So August 27th through the 3rd, we'll see each other again on September 4th. Okay? I'll be in Paris for the integration. How perfect. So we'll talk about this continuously as we move through. You have so many choices during this integration period. You can continue the daily lessons just as you are, and then end up doing a review. Kind of as we step into them together, it will be a review for you. And you can still meet us live and honor it and be in the energy and continue where you are. Or you can choose to review what you have, read the teacher's workbook, read the beginning. You can really honor this any way you want. Any way you want. I trust yourself with that. Doesn't mean you have to stop enjoying ACIM in any way. Your life will provide you with really gorgeous integration times. So not concerned with that. But for now, does that make sense? We can talk about it more. For now, that make sense? Everyone got it? All right, we'll talk about it more as we go and really how it can be of gorgeous service to you. Are we good? All right, gorgeous ladies. I love all the support. Have a gorgeous rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. And yeah, allow the holiness to envelop everything you see. I will remind you, for sure. I will remind you. I will. Thank you, Katrina. Happy birthday to Dominic. Yes. All right, beauties. I will see you tomorrow.